Morning all, we're here at Trig Beach, first episode of The Boardroom, and my first board member that I'm interviewing is a good friend of mine, Damon Hayes. How are you, mate?
Morning, Oscar.
You good?
Very
Welcome.
good, mate. Thank you.
Thanks for helping me out with all this stuff. We had a bit of a play around with it a couple of months ago, and it was a bit of fun, but we thought we'd give it another crack, so thanks for supporting me through all this, mate.
My pleasure.
Mate, early start this morning with the groms.
Yeah, early start. These summer mornings have been unreal. Crisp offshores, little swells.
Yeah.
Not many people out. Been good little runners. Kids
Yeah.
been having a good time.
And you had a couple after the coaching
Yeah,
yourself,
yeah.
mate?
You got to go out and do a bit of R&D afterwards
Yeah,
and make
that's
sure
it.
you put it into practice.
Yeah, perfect. Mate, firstly, tell me a little bit about your journey, starting your own business, before starting your own business, Damon Hayes Surf Academy and WA, mate. Just tell us a bit about that.
Sure. So been involved in surfing on many different levels, from competing, and then was lucky enough to start working within the industry. Big break for me was working for Rusty.
Yep.
Started at the bottom of there, with their surfboard program, worked all my way up to the international marketing and athlete manager.
Yeah, cool.
And
A few opportunities there to travel.
yeah, some great opportunities, travel, see the world, learn business as well, meet
Yep.
licensees, deal with different countries and languages and
Yep.
religions, and
Yep.
and then also get to go around and travel with the team and attend big WCT events with Josh Kerr and some
The Hobgood boys.
the Hobgood brothers,
Yeah.
and Lucas Silveira, and a few top Brazilian guys as
Yeah,
well
awesome.
on the way. So
Yeah, really good grounding. Got to surf some awesome waves at the same time, no doubt.
got to surf a lot of good waves.
Yeah,
It's
wicked.
a working holiday at some time.
Yeah. And mate, how did that what did you learn there that sort of took you to where you are today, mate, in terms of starting the two businesses?
Well, just from looking at the business side of things, I suppose, you learn how to run a business, how to work an Excel sheet. Time management is a big thing as well. So although there was a lot of good times and traveling, there was a lot of responsibilities on that back end, how to structure, how to implement marketing programs from start to finish. So kind of learn how to do everything, because the size of the business, you learn how to start it, you learn how to finish it.
Yeah, perfect. So you got exposure across all aspects of business.
From your marketing, accounting, online, and then into the athlete management as well.
Awesome. Really good grounding. And mate, you dropped out of, or you stepped out of Rusty about 2 years ago. What was that spark that made you go, I want to run the WA Damon Hayes Surf Academy and progressing onto the WA brand as well, mate? What was that spark that said, I'm going to go and do this?
It was really just stepping back and looking at the whole surfing structure, and then I reflected on what surfing's done for me, and it's given me my whole life. I met my wife, had my kids, traveled the world and surfed everywhere, and I've been able to do that as work, so it's been very thankful for it.
Yeah,
So I stepped back and I went, you know what, it's time for me to give, because I've taken so much from surfing. And on the way I was giving back, helping out the athletes and things like that, but I really wanted to come back, get home, base myself locally and help the kids in Perth and West Australia progress with their surfing. So I want to give back.
You want to give back
all
to
the DNA that I've got from myself as a competitor, traveling with Rusty, working with high CT guys.
Championship tour, guys surfing on the championship tour, Josh Kerr, Hobgood brothers, as you said before, Lucas Silveira.
And that just all that DNA is in me. It's a waste not to hand it on to everyone.
Yeah, genetically imprinted now. And you go, what do I do with all that? 20 years.
There's a lot of experience there.
Bloody oath. And the Groms are very lucky to have you, mate. So it's that giving back to the next generation of surfers, giving them something that back when we were starting to surf and you were competing, I wasn't. We didn't have coaches and all that. You just figured it out by
just
yourself.
Rocked up and you had to go. You worked it out on the go.
Yeah, but now they've got a legend like yourself who can spend some time with them during the week on technique, heat strategy, and all that sort of stuff. So it's they're very lucky. Awesome. So mate, I suppose just going on that, perhaps talk a little bit about why you do what you do, that purpose for being and the purpose for the WA Damon Hayes Surf Academy and the WA brand.
So
And how do you leverage that in your business, mate? How do you leverage it? How do you use that to help you run your business?
Okay, so from working within Rusty, there's lots of layers to a business, as you know. And I went, okay, the simple things are often the best. So I've stripped everything out of the way I look at how to run a business, because that's what it is at the end of the day. Even though it's a passion, it's still got to have some structure.
Yep.
And I just cut out all the questions and the what ifs, and just made a real simple pyramid. You know, going back old school.
Yeah.
And right at the top of that pyramid is as long as kids are progressing with their surfing.
Yep.
And if that's not being achieved, I don't do it.
Yeah, right.
And by keeping it simple and just having, you know, really one mantra to stand by,
Yep.
it can really give the business a lot of integrity.
Yep.
And just makes it black and white. If they're not going to progress, or that's
It doesn't help them
doesn't
do
help
that.
them,
Yeah.
just don't do it.
So it frames up your decision making within the business and the different parts of the business.
Yes.
It helps you make sense of, do I do something or don't I?
Yep.
You ultimately, if it's something you're grappling with, you go, you know what? How does it help the kids progress? If it's going to do that, then it makes my decision easy. If it doesn't, then I need to push it to the side.
Yeah, and that's the bonus of having a one-man operation. You haven't got other layers and people to deal with.
Yep.
You can just cut it all out, and what you want to deliver at the end of the day, like if you're doing product, you want to make the best t-shirts you can.
Yep.
Best jeans, whatever it is. And my product is the kids surfing, and
Yeah.
I want them to deliver the best that they can do, and I want to give them the best. So keeping it simple, if they're not progressing, we go back, look at it, and just really easy way of structuring a business.
Yeah, and refining what it is that you do.
Yes.
And the kids ultimately having fun when they're surfing, so...
That's number one goal.
Yeah, perfect. Nah, awesome. It is a big thing that a lot of business owners struggle with, decision making, and you've nailed it almost organically, and in a little bit of the conversations that we had.
Yeah.
You know, this is really why I'm doing this. This is what it's about. It's not about me, but it's really the outcome for the kids. I want to see them progress, and it just makes your decision making. So many business owners struggle with that decision making process because they aren't clear about that, why the business exists, and so then they chop and change.
It can, like a business can change its, all the time, with what's going on with economics and the dollars or war or religion, whatever's happening. Business have to change, but keeping it simple, and that's something you've been really good working with me on the Damon Hayes Surf Academy and WA. It's really getting rid of all that clutter and finding a main goal and working towards it.
Yeah, perfect. And mate, you stick true to it, and I hear you regularly when we talk about your business and what you're wanting to do, and we bounce ideas. I hear that constant reference back to, this is about the kids progressing with their surfing, having fun doing it, and giving back to them.
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome. Happy days. Like all business, there are a lot of challenges that we face in running our business day to day. You started your business 2 years ago, so you're still what we call in startup phase, and you're loving it, and you're progressing really well through that startup phase. But mate, what are some of the challenges that you face? Because not only did you start Damon Hayes Surf Academy 2 years ago, but then a year later you went, you know what, I'm going to start the WA surf brand.
Yep.
And what are some of the challenges you've faced, and how did you overcome those challenges,
okay.
mate? Because we all in business face challenges, and while we all run different businesses, some of those challenges are similar, and I thought it'd be nice for you to share some of that stuff with people watching this.
Time structure was a new one because it was so used to going to an office 9 to 5. That's what you were there to do.
Yep.
So now I work out of the office at home, and having that distraction of the kids, the family, the fridge, going for a surf.
Well, you got your office down here as well with the kids as well, mate.
So just kind of finding that time and that structure of how to separate home life and work life.
Yep.
Because at the moment, and they always will be, together. So just working out that balance of not being at 7:30 at the dinner table eating and trying to do emails as well. So just kind of coming back to a structure yourself.
Yeah.
Having that guidance and you know, just coming back to just running your own books and just all those simple things. You know, Rusty, you had accountants do it for you. If you go over budget, look the other way. But now it's my responsibility, you know, comes back to me. So just you know, relearning, you know.
You're having to make decisions across all parts of the business, where in a large corporate structure, you had that support in those areas.
Yeah, that's right.
Your key role was, I'm working with the athletes, I'm doing the international marketing.
Yeah.
Everything else someone else takes care of.
You
put the hat on, and it's today the hat's the coach, and then in the afternoon the hat's the bookkeeper, and then the next hat goes on an hour later, and it's the Instagram posts and bits and pieces.
Yeah, so you really just kind of got to spread yourself across everything, but make sure you're giving even times to everything. You know, a Monday might be all about your bookkeeping, Tuesday's about writing new programs, Thursdays working on this, but just structuring.
You structure your week to go, these are the days and times in the day that I actually do these different things.
And if I am doing it late at night, it's just because the surf's been pumping.
And that's the joy of working for yourself. You get that flexibility to go, you know what, I'm out, I'm going to go and have a surf, and once I put the kids to bed, I can go and do that.
It's my responsibility. I can't blame anyone else if the work's not done.
Which is one of the disappointments of working for yourself and on your own, is you've only got one person to blame.
That's correct.
Those performance management conversations are difficult to have with yourself.
Very.
Yeah. Anything else, mate? And how'd you go balancing the WA brand and bringing that into the stable? Because now you've got two businesses. How do they complement one another?
So that was another thing I started as the WA, so little surf brand, starting off with surfboards. And that's just another part of giving back, you know, working locally with Zach Ogram, and just wanting to provide good product for the kids that I'm coaching, and in general, surfers in WA. How just work with Zach. He's one of the best shapers, I believe, in Australia, you know, and especially West Australia. So that was just another add-on to the business as well. I don't connect the two together. I don't, you know, force anyone to ride those boards, but there's an offering of, hey, you can go speak to a shaper, I can direct you to him, and we do it under the WA brand.
If you're coaching the kids, you can sort of give them some advice on, and liaise with Zach around, look, this is how he's surfing, this is where he's at, to have a bit more input in the style board, rather than just a cutout that comes from...
It's going to pop out from over East or America or China, but it's just getting that, and that's just that hands-on approach, you know, coming back to keeping it simple again, just making the best product we can for kids to progress their surfing or to get better. So,
and just there's that connection back to that reason for being is, this is about helping the kids be the best they can be, and part of what they need is good equipment that suits them, rather than just a standard pop out. So again, interesting how that connects back to that why. And there's a lot of talk about that at the moment, people connecting with purpose and the like, but it's so important in a business sense, because it provides that context for your decision making. So it makes life so easy making decisions if it connects with that. Right. So that's awesome, mate.
Big thing, I suppose, with relaunching or launching a new brand like the Damon Hayes was organic. I had the connections and people talked, and that all flowed together. But starting something new, social media is just a huge asset. You know, you really got to understand it, the workings, where your demographic is. So and that's something you've guided me as well with. You know, just being direct and clear with your consumer as well.
The messaging to your consumer. Seeking feedback, we talked about it this morning while we're getting ready for this, you know, getting that feedback from your customers as to what's working and what's not, and incorporating that feedback where relevant into the development of your product.
And I'm a big believer in that, is you kind of listen to everyone. You don't ask 100 people, ask 20 people that you trust and understand, especially, you know, starting your own business, because everyone's got an opinion. And you know what? But there's always, someone's got an idea you're not thinking about. So if you can surround yourself with good people, and you can drag in their content or their ideas and narrow it down into your vision, I think that's been a really good way, coming from an office environment where I've had working with 60 people. all the
All
different...
but are all very blinkered around how Rusty do things.
And then just surrounding, that's probably another big thing, just surrounding yourself with good people, relying on your good friends, and just talking and getting their input and just putting it together and then pushing it back out with your ideals.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Real good. Very wise words, Damo. Mate, we're going to wrap up with I'd like you to sort of elaborate a little bit. We spoke a while back about an experience that you had with one of Perth's most well-known car dealer, John Hughes.
Yeah.
And how that experience and your interaction with John actually changed the way you viewed how you were going to run your business. It was really quite interesting, and again, just that learning from others. And John's one of the most successful businessmen in WA. Can you share that story with everyone, mate?
Yeah.
It's a really interesting one.
It's a little bit left of centre, for a surf background, dealing with a used car dealer.
Yeah.
But I was just in the stage of buying a car, had a connection to John Hughes, and my connection went, here's his number, and I rang the number, John Hughes, and I was like, hang on, that's the real John Hughes here on the radio. Introduced myself, and what I wanted, the dollars I wanted. He goes, all right, Damon, I'll get back to you. And I'm thinking, yeah, right, he'll palm it off to one of his minions, and someone will call me, or someone won't, Yeah. But it tripped me out that I spoke to the man direct himself. Where, for me, starting the business and from working at Rusty, I took a lot of pride in what I did. But I never really wanted to stand out the front of it, because there was a lot of people involved to make that decision, from accounting and sales, So I always look at it as a team effect. It's never an individual. And, sure, I could have stood up the front and beat the chest and go, that was
it's all about me. Yeah.
And then I was having troubles putting it all, not troubles, but just going, man, this is my name.
Yeah.
I've got to be at the front of this thing. Yeah. And, so just coming along to grips with that, like, oh, God, I've got to back myself up. I'm putting my name out there, and I have to stand in front of my name now, not to the side. I can't let the name go do the things like I did at Rusty, and then dealing with John over the course, buying a car. He was the one that rang me back. He was the one when I went to the car yard. He walked me around. Not only me, I see other families walk in. His car dealers were busy. He'd just open his office door, deal with them.
Yeah.
And just showing that customer aware and that pride you have in your business. So I went, I have to learn something from this guy.
Yeah.
He's been in business and he's successful.
Yeah.
And
his name is front and center.
His name is front and center.
Yeah.
Pretty similar to me, He's selling cars.
Well, you're selling yourself.
Surfing,
You're selling yourself. You're the coach.
Yeah. And just seeing that was a real eye opener to go, no, stand proud by your name and by your product. If you got a good product, and you can call the coaching a product at the end of the day.
Product.
If you got a good product and you believe in it, stand by it. You've got nothing to hide. No.
Yeah.
You can't hide.
No, your name's on the door.
But just dealing with that, just going, all right, this is me. This is the front of the business. Everything that's involved with, everyone I touch is me. Yeah. They get my experience.
Yeah.
And I want to make that a good experience like John passed on to me.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, he's certainly well known for, I used to get my car serviced there, and I'd be there at 7 o'clock, and he would be in the reception area of the service centre talking to all the customers.
Amazing.
He's still doing it now, and he must be mid-70s, and he's still going strong, and everyone that you speak to says he's involved heavily in every part of the business, which has its challenges, but he's obviously a high energy person. But that thing of being proud, this is my name on the door, I've got to stand, I've got to be proud, and I've got to deliver the integrity of who I am through the brand.
Don't let it fail.
And you're doing that, mate, because I know that all the groms that you coach love what you do. They all talk to their mates. You're into your third year of coaching, and you're expanding the number of classes you've got. So, mate, you've learnt a lot along the way, and it's great to see you implement that in your business.
Awesome.
And I enjoy chatting to you. about surfing and going for a surf with you, even though you don't give me many waves. But mate, awesome. Thanks very much for being on here with me and supporting me through this, because my face is front and centre of this, and I've been really nervous about putting myself out here, and you've always said, no, let's do it. And so I do want to thank you, and you will see Damon in future episodes where I'm taking clients for a surf that don't surf. He's going to do a little bit of a surf coaching lesson with them, learn to surf out on some foamies. So you'll see his ugly mug throughout the coming episodes. So thank you very much. I want to thank a couple of other people. Rob Bentley, my business partner, for encouraging me to go down this path. Thank you, mate. You always bring out the best in me. Linda Grant from Great Circle Design, who came up with the branding. You're a legend. Any branding that you need, rebranding of your business, go and see Linda. The guys at Canteen for the coffee this morning always do great coffee and fish and chips. Get down here. And that's about it. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you for the next episode of The Boardroom, where I will bring in someone new as the next board member. Thanks heaps, mate.
See you in the boardroom.
Will do. Cheers, mate.